Hi guys, in this video we are discussing credit card myths. I want you guys to get this right so you can use business credit cards to fund your business. Let me start off by saying I have a med spa in Los Angeles, and the startup costs were really expensive, from the marketing to the products, the fillers, the Botox, advertising, licensing, all of that. It cost so much money. So I want you guys to start building your business credit so you can put it all in a business credit card or a business loan, and go from there. Have your own personal wealth untouched and rely on growing business to pay off that business loan or business credit card. Okay, so let's get into it. We are going to discuss some credit card myths that are stopping you from building business credit. So number one on the list, the myth is using credit cards can lead to debt. This is a myth. If you use this right, if you use a credit card correctly, it can help you, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to lead to debt. If you are frivolously using it for like expenses or to flex on somebody, then yes, it's going to lead to debt. But if you use it strategically, if you have a business budget, a plan, what each credit card is going to, how much money you're to allocate, how much do you anticipate making in the quarter, in the month, how you're going to pay it off, what are your plans. If you have all of this and you strategize, please don't think that business credit cards are going to lead to debt automatically. You have to do it strategically, okay? And if you take a look at some of the other videos that I've done, it'll show you how to break down your business costs, how to set up your business, and just allocate for marketing, spending, advertising, stuff like that. So take a look at them so they can help you, okay? Credit card myth number 2. You should never have more than one credit card. That could be so further from the truth, okay? With business credit cards specifically, if you've maxed out your bonus points, then get another credit card and do their bonus packages. Like if you spend X amount of money in 3 months or 4 months, you could get 100,000 points, etc. That's the way people basically use these credit cards to monetize. Like if you want to be strategic about business credit cards, then you would go ahead and open up your Amex Gold card, for example. You get 100,000 points in the first 3 months. Next, you're going to open up a Chase Sapphire card, getting another 80,000 points. And those points you can use for like gift cards, making purchases, your business travel, all those things. Now, say for example, you only have one credit card. Those points, you don't get bonus points. I mean, you still get bonus points, but they're not as lucrative as when you open up a new credit card and they offer you like this ginormous amount of points. So, and again, why do you want points? Say for instance, you are going to buy like products, inventory for your business. You buy the inventory and you pay cash for it. Guess what? The money's gone. Cash is gone. And yeah, you're left with inventory and no debt. However, with a credit card, you can pay it off in cash every month, but you get points, which is like cash back or a bonus, like a gift for using their credit. And let me just reiterate, I know I've said this a million times, but when you're building business credit, these lenders want you. They want you to spend They want you to grow the business. They want you to be successful, because when you're successful, you'll borrow more money, and it's like a cycle. So, no brainer. Get more than one credit card. But again, use it responsibly. Budget. Know how you're going to pay things back. Credit card myth number 3. A few late payments won't hurt your credit. So, as a business owner, you're very busy. You might miss a payment. They're not going to automatically ding you. It's not going to hurt your credit score until you're 30 days late. Then, they'll issue a warning. 60 days late. By that time, they're going to put it on your credit report. And most of these business credit cards, I hate to break it to you, they are tied to your personal credit. Unless you're like a corporation doing millions and millions, then it's not a personal guarantee. But when you're like a small mom and pop or a small business, work at home type thing, guess what? They're going to ding your credit if you are more than 30 to 60 days late on a payment. So do not be late. Have a calendar, put in your Google Calendar, do your bills once a month, and sit down and do everything. Like, put it in your time schedule to do it, and go through everything and pay everything on time, even before the due date, which would be better, so you don't have to worry about it. But yes, it's worthwhile to stay on time on those payments. You're building business credit. You want to look good. You want to look like a reliable source. Myth number 4. I had to look at my thing. Myth number 4. Debit and prepaid cards help you build your credit. So with debit and prepaid cards, they're not helping you build credit, okay? Basically, a debit card is your money sitting in an account. You swipe the card, the money comes out of your account. Where you can build credit is a credit card. A credit card is allowing you to borrow money. They're going to report that you're borrowing a certain amount, X amount of dollars, and yet you're paying back X amount of dollars on time, before time, etc. So a credit card is basically a credit card, a loan, something where you borrow money. That's the way to build your credit. So when you borrow money and you use it responsibly and you pay it back, you're building credit. Myth number 5, don't open a new credit card without closing an old one. So, I guess this ties into having more than one credit card, or using credit cards make you go into debt. These themes are all tied in together. The only problem with opening a new credit card and closing the other one is the older one has more history, and so When you close that one, you're closing that history. That's a problem. And then also, whatever amount of credit that you have on that credit card, you're closing that off too. So it could potentially ruin your credit utilization score. You know, if you close an account and you have like $10,000 of credit on there and you close it, that $10,000 is gone. So keep that in mind. If you're not wanting to use the old credit card, just put it aside. You can put a freeze on it, but don't close it. It's gonna hurt you more than benefit you. Myth number 6, carrying a balance on your credit card helps your credit score. Wrong. It does help your credit score is if you pay back everything in full on a monthly basis. That means your credit utilization is 0%, which looks amazing. It looks like you don't need the money. And that's that. So I would suggest paying off your monthly balance in full if you want to build credit. Other things to know. Credit card myth number 7, your interest rate cannot go down on your credit card. This is wrong. Your credit card interest rate, everything can be negotiated. You can get an increase in your balance. You can get a lower interest rate. You just have to call and ask. If you can, or just if you've been doing good, if you've been making payments and your credit score is improving, it doesn't hurt to call up the company and just be like, hey, what offers do you have for me? What is the interest rates? They might transfer you over to another credit card with a lower interest rate, something like that, you know. It does not hurt to always call and see what offers these credit card companies have for you. It would behoove them to keep your business because that's how they make money. And so it doesn't hurt to try. But yeah, your interest rate is not flat out one number and stuff. They can push it up on their end and they can push it down also. So it doesn't hurt to ask, always. Increasing your credit limit. Have you heard? Increasing your credit limit hurts your score. That is a myth, not true. Okay, so increasing your credit limit can actually help you, because what it'll do is you'll have, say, you're moving from a 10,000 credit limit to 20,000, and you have a balance of like 4,000 on your credit card. It'll look like your credit utilization has decreased because your limit has increased. It's simple math. So not necessarily is that a bad thing to ask for a credit limit. Just again, you guys, I am stressing this. Please budget accordingly. Think about how you're going to pay off these debts, and the goal is just to pay these credit cards off every month. Use it like a charge card. Okay? The last myth that we're going to go over is you should never ever cancel credit cards. Okay? Let me tell you why. It's a yes and a no. It's not a hard and fast myth. But if you cancel, like we discussed earlier, if you cancel a credit card, you are ruining the history, because I don't know how long you've had that credit card, but you are decreasing the amount of history. Also, you are closing the account and that closes essentially the available balance. So your credit utilization rate might go up depending on what your specifics are. But on the other hand, and here's where it is. If you have, like, say you have an Amex Platinum card, okay, and COVID, we're going through like another shutdown, lockdown, whatever, you can't travel. Amex Platinum card is really good for travel and it comes with a fee of $6.95. I would definitely close it. No doubt about it. I would close it because I can't travel. It's $6.95 annual. Why am I going to pay for it? So, there are good and bad about closing and opening and interest rates and all this stuff. So, my advice to you when getting a business credit card or any credit card, personal or not, read the fine print, know how to use these credit cards, know how to utilize them, how to utilize the points, and that should be good. So I have a video on the American Express Gold Card. I have actually several videos on the American Express Gold Card and the Platinum Card and what are the perks, the benefits, stuff like that. So take a look at that. Do your research on these credit cards and figure out which one's the right one for you. And happy credit building. All right.